Good evening, fellow armchair Imagineers. It's your ghost host with the most here, Tiki, here to recount a spooky and spine-tingling episode of DuckTales 2017. Woo-hoo!
Or boo-woo.
With me tonight is Jacob Weil. How you doing, Jacob? I'm a ghost.
You're not Duckworth's ghost.
Where was Duckworth's ghost this episode? We have to talk about that.
Yeah, he did by Louis, but no appearance though.
It's like I'm doing ghoulish.
Maybe for him, Halloween is redundant.
Possibly. Also with us is Monkey. How you doing, Monkey?
Okay, unlike other ape, primate monsters, I'm not currently climbing a symbol of man's hubris. What you gonna do?
Nice. And also, on his sophomore appearance on the DuckTales podcast, we have Mr. Claude Coringa. Claude!
I'm doing not spooky. That's how I'm doing.
All right. So, folks, DuckTales Season 3, Episode 10, The Trickening. I'm just going to get right into my thesis for this thing. It's interesting because Huey, Dewey, and Louie are the basis for one of my all-time favorite Halloween shorts, and that would be Trick or Treat, Trick or Treat, Trick or Treat on Halloween. That thing is just like Halloween nostalgia just boiled down in a nutshell. It's just, oh my God.
Was the witch in this being named Witch Hazel a reference to that short?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Yes, I dug for him.
I think so too.
Is
that on Disney Plus by chance?
Yes, it is. They added it recently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I actually got to see that short at El Capitan once. Did not expect it. It was like, please remove your 3D glasses after the trailers ended. It shows that, why are we taking them off? Buena Vista logo, then Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat. All right.
Good time.
Okay, so I think this episode knocked it out of the park as far as Halloween episodes go. And this episode also kind of it really strikes off all the boxes that I want in a good DuckTales episode as well, in terms of for me, the best DuckTales episodes are the ones that are definitely ensemble pieces where I care as much about the A story as I do the B story, and each character gets a moment to shine. And
Donald's in this, so
yeah, Claude, thank you for pointing that out. This might be one of the best Donald episodes, just because. I mean, let's just talk about it right now. I think Donald, and Della are just. Oh my God, they're amazing this episode. I love them so much.
Donald is so sweet in this episode.
He's an angel, and Della's dressed as the devil.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's see. Claude, what were your overall thoughts on the episode?
it was a pretty good Halloween episode, especially with the special guest voices we have in the episode.
Mm-hmm. All right. Monkey? Oh, sorry, Claude.
Okay, me? Just one sec. Okay, so for me, it's a real good DuckTales episode, real good Halloween special, and as I'm sure we'll get to, the twist of the twist in this episode is fucking brilliant.
All right, and Jacob.
It's I think it was an especially well done episode. As you said, it hits all the notes for what this series does. It plays to its strengths very well. Has balances out its A and B plot and has them intersect in a unique and interesting way. And overall, it's just a lot of fun, and that's kind of what this series does best. A fun, in this case, urban adventure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nice. So where do you guys want to start?
The lack of Duckworth's ghost.
Yes, the notion of him is pretty clever, but where is he?
I do like the fact that they mentioned we live with a ghost. How could this be any worse?
Exactly. It's kind of similar note, but So Beakley only has some silent blink and you'll miss it cameo, but still gets listed in the credits.
I mean that's pretty usual for an animated show.
And she's dressed as Darkwing, so that's fun.
Oh, nice.
Well, but yeah, because it's referencing the fact that Launchpad turned her into a fan of Darkwing
Yeah.
Duck.
Okay, so Launchpad, this honestly might be the funniest Launchpad plot ever. It really might be.
Oh, this was
Come
great.
to think of it, Terra Firmians was a pseudo Halloween episode, and that also had some really funny Launchpad stuff in it. So could that be a pattern?
Oh, Monkey, Terra Firmians brings me back. God damn. Sorry,
we watched
folks.
that, and we watched that together. And
Yes, and we recorded the podcast at Monkey's house. Oh man.
Yeah, your reactions to Magica appearing.
Wasn't there also a Halloween episode? Was there a Halloween episode in season 2?
Was there?
No,
I don't remember.
I think it was advertised as the February episode though.
Fair enough. But yeah, either way, Launchpad, like, somehow he's the fact that he's convinced that he unleashed a curse that comes like every October.
Yeah,
and that nobody throughout his entire life ever bothered to correct him.
Was it?
Launchpad, I love it.
Was it? He sets the trike on fire, and then the bush in the flashback.
Yeah.
setting the bush on fire, brilliant. And also, as a tie-in to that, to that running gag, they should set the giant big wheel at the Pop Century Resort on fire during Halloween time.
Oh my god, I'd be so down.
And what about like the whole secret incantation? I mean, kind of saw it coming, but the fact that it was just regular ingredients to be put in like candy is just like. It's just like, seriously, Launchpad, how have you survived? Have you survived this long?
I noticed on his calendar on October 18th, he has a ballet class scheduled.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, what do you know?
Good for him.
And Darkwing also.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Let's see. I also just love Della's reaction to the situation where she's just like, "Are you kidding me? This is like the perfect Halloween because we've got a guy who like literally believes in the curse of Halloween. Like, come on, how can we not take advantage of this?"
I love how like
because they will be traumatized.
I love how at first like she treats it as like innocent fun, but when he actually legitimately goes out to with like a buzz saw and everything, and she's like, "Oh, he's gonna hurt everyone."
Right.
It's now time to point out whose fault it is.
And Donald just looks pissed.
Donald's just like has a look that says, "I told you so."
And then he leaves the bowl of candy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Scrooge's bowl of candy idea is fucking priceless and totally Scrooge. Oh my god, that was one of the best gags of the episode.
It's like, oh no, there's an empty bowl. They must have gotten it all already.
And then he skeleton dances away.
Oh god, I love Scrooge this episode, and it's been a while since we've gotten it. This isn't like a Scrooge-centric episode, but he's got some good stuff.
Yeah, he's around enough.
I mean, this is like the most we've seen him in like a few episodes.
And I just love the design of Skeleton Scrooge. It's a great costume.
And I'm honestly surprised he didn't like reprimand Launchpad for beating him up.
What was it? I thought that like everyone meets up, the monsters were gonna take his candy as the offering.
I was thinking the same thing. I thought once the monsters were revealed to be scared to get candy, I thought it was all gonna be like part of Scrooge's operation to get more candy.
God.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I mean, it kind of went away quickly, but I just quickly thought, wait, are they working for Scrooge to get more candy? Because that honestly,
of course, it just totally makes sense that Scrooge is like a master trick-or-treater because it's just business sense. It's great.
It's like you walk to people's house and they give you free stuff.
And how is that during Easter then with Easter eggs?
And even sorry, what?
What now, Claude?
No, I wonder how Scrooge is during Easter with Easter egg hunting.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
right. Probably he probably does very well for himself.
Yeah, it's
he
like
grabbed an egg, but it turns out that wasn't an Easter egg. That was an egg belonging to an expectant mother.
it's like
Egg.
Well played,
or-
Tiki. Well played.
or he turns it into a hunt for the golden goose.
It's my turn to hold the eggs.
But
If they somehow worked in eggs are poisonous to gnomes from Return to Oz, that would be wonderful. That would
Oh,
be
God.
something.
and it's like I like how they also tied him on loving Halloween also to his time in Glasgow too. Like
Yes.
I mean that was a pretty neat touch, even though it's like it must have been like 150 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, speaking of like the monsters, I thought
I
like
like
the
Kiwi's costume in the episode.
Oh yeah, Dewey's costume. That was a good one.
it's like pirate on vacation. Nice.
I mean, all the
Nice.
costumes were good for the
Yeah.
most part. Not
Yeah.
the Huey costume. The Huey costume was obviously lazy, and that was the joke. But
Yeah.
it's like you're gonna
Yeah.
stretch out the hat. We have the same head shape.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dewey Pirate on Vacation,
Well, I
that
think
is
Tim
very
Burton-
Dewey.
Yes.
And it's maybe
Mhm.
maybe it's
I-
just because it reminds me of the tourist Deadpool I saw at D23, but Pirate on Vacation, that would be a good cosplay.
Yes.
that would
yes.
If somebody got it, that'd be hilarious.
Mhm.
And you could go.
Timmy
And you could even
Jenkins
go.
makes appearance.
You know what I would do as that cosplay, just to make it a little bit more recognizable, is I would do like a pirate from the Pirates of the Caribbean, so like the auctioneer or something,
Hmm.
but then just like have him be on vacation.
Nice.
So it's like it's a Pirate of the Caribbean, so it's like double cosplay. It can be interpreted as a DuckTales reference, but if not, it's just Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
Creativity.
It's in like I said. Speaking of the monsters,
Jack Sparrow on vacation.
yes.
All right. Anyways,
I thought the
Dunk
twist of
on
the
vacation.
yeah.
I thought the twist of the monsters was pretty clever.
That was
didn't-
so fucking brilliant. I guess that's kind of one of my biggest takeaways of the episode is just how goddamn clever that twist is.
Mhm.
Like, the idea of it's all fake, but they actually are monsters.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
and the fact that they're scaring people to get their candy. That's actually really nice. They're pretty interesting. I love that they have to have like, and they gave up the chase. It's like you don't have any candy. Like what's with
Back
the
to
co-
one, the blob has that crew hat.
That's awesome. And the fact that the fact the house pretty much turns into like a movie set once they're all gone, once it's revealed.
Yeah, that backyard was just a set.
Yeah.
Cemetery. I noticed
Yeah,
one of the
sorry.
graves was "Don't Call Me Shirley."
Like pretty much all the I noticed. I can't remember this since it was a few days ago since I watched this, but pretty much all the tombstones in there were puns of some kind.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
And then of course when Launchpad shows up, that's not one of ours.
And then he ended up
I
scaring
like the vampire voice actor too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what?
The vampire.
I like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I like how James
knows
Baldwin
Karate.
voices a vampire monsters. Mhm.
Right, that guy's from Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something, right?
Yeah, I think Doug Jones is the werewolf, and then
Yeah.
Selma Blair, and then Clancy Brown as Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I did like how well spoken Frankenstein was. Like he got like Frankenstein got really like what's the word? Like he got really philosophical
Yeah.
on us.
which is technically text accurate to the book.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You're right. You're right.
It's actually more accurate than the film versions.
Totally.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, I thought Clancy Brown was supposed to be voicing Santa Claus this season.
Maybe he still
No.
is, but
No, I think I have a guess for who can voice Santa though. I have a guess.
Yeah.
Maybe Hugh Bonneville, since he's one of the guest stars that are left remaining that have been
Perhaps.
announced. So.
Perhaps.
That could
I
be
remember-
something.
yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
Or what if I remember when I saw Clancy Brown's name in the list of guests for this episode, I thought, oh, is Santa gonna show up in this somehow? Is that what they're working with?
That would be an interesting twist.
Santa Scrooge's greatest fear on Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I would love it if I would love it if Scrooge had an irrational fear of Santa.
He knows what he did.
There's like some Citizen Kane, like Rosebud shit in Scrooge's background involving Santa.
So you're saying that they burned Santa at the end?
Oh god. No, they burned Santa's sled.
Ah.
Yeah, his sled. Oh,
Yeah.
Just like the ending is just like a long push in on the sled being burned.
No, ask Savina.
Oh god.
All right. Let's see. Anything else? I just think, generally speaking, like I said, I feel like this ticked the boxes of just being a good, very, very Halloween-y episode, with a couple decent homages to like past Disney stuff, like Trick or Treat and even the Skeleton Dance.
Yeah.
And it's also just like and what I like about it is like I feel like it's a good DuckTales episode where it's like you could show it to anyone, like it doesn't really need to follow the continuity. I mean, as long as you just kind of like assume that Della's just there, like, all right, in this show Donald has a sister. You don't need to know any of the elaborate backstory of the moon or anything. It's just Donald has a sister. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, the only confusing thing might be, wait, Ghost Butler? What?
Right.
And they haven't talked about how Huey's plan eventually tied into everything and all that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kind reminds me of the Guy Fawkes Halloween episode, Summerween.
The what?
With the Guy Fawkes Halloween episode.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
With what Huey said about being the last Halloween.
Yeah.
For them.
Meaning personal significance.
Mhm.
So yeah, it seemed like there were some other, horror movie references. Like, was the Dewey puppet in front of the TV supposed to be Poltergeist?
I believe
Yes,
so.
absolutely. I would.
Yeah,
say
there were
so.
like and there were like at least 3 moments in this that seemed like Shining references.
Creepy twins.
The creepy twins thing cracked me up.
And the
I
voice
also like how
jumping
the
from
monsters. I'm sorry, Claude. What?
how like one of the monsters make fun of Donald's voice, like how he's possessed.
He must be possessed.
Another one of my.
Right after that, I laughed. Oh, hi, Launchpad! And then
Oh, God.
Launchpad busts through the wall.
Okay, so one of the things about the monsters that really made me laugh was the fact that like they're really frustrated about the fact that like kids today are scared of things that like generally speaking aren't scary, like clowns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ghosts and Wells.
Yeah. Was that It Follows or something? Like
The Ring reference?
the witch coming out of the well or something?
Yeah, that was The Ring.
Yeah, it was
Okay, The Ring.
Yeah,
It follows is an entirely different story.
yeah, it follows.
Mhm.
There's no real defined character design for the villain. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Okay, The Ring.
It's because it follows, Monkey, and you don't know what it is. It could be anything.
Yeah, the movie never really explains what it is.
Well,
but
I know. It was, the giant ape who was a crushing boar at the last convention. It went around crushing boars, wild boars in its hands. It discussed even Dr. Frankenstein, and then it fell in love with Francesca, and they blew up the island to stop it.
Mhm.
Spoiler
Mhm.
alert.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Tiki might.
No, I don't.
Mad Monster Party.
Oh, dude, Monkey, that was like right after Universal, right?
Oh yeah.
I was like half asleep watching that, man. I need to watch that again. I didn't really maintain a lot of it.
I still fucking love your observation about the ship captain from that movie.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, so yeah,
I think
Shining,
I was
they had
awake
that.
for
There
like
was
maybe
Scrooge in
half of that movie, and then the other half I was like just desperately trying to stay awake for your benefit.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like Shining, there was also like Scrooge at that hole in the door, and then at the end with the picture.
Yeah, that was definitely The Shining.
And the new theme song for the intro. DuckTales
Yeah.
intro changes.
Yeah,
That was cool.
The spooky version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish it was new lyrics though. Like the Christmas.
I kind of do too. That would have been nice.
There's this portrait in the sort of foyer room of the house where it's like, I think it's the witch. But the way she's posed and the way she's dressed in that portrait, I swear it looks like this one that was in the DCA Tower of Terror.
I kind of wish they'd taken more cues from the remastered video game, though.
Like Dracula Deck?
Yeah, the Transylvania section was one of my favorites in that section, and who knows, maybe if they go to Transylvania in this series, they can do that.
Well, to be fair, they did take quite a lot from the moon level.
Well, yeah, that is fair enough.
That's true.
Huey mentioned a haunted hayride spooktacular. I'm curious about that.
Ooh, that might be a reference to just the LA haunted hayride.
It would be fun if it was.
And speaking of the ending, what about Scrooge opening his house for trick or treaters?
Yeah.
And like you charged admission, didn't you?
Oh, I love the runner with the 24-hour candy store.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I've been saying this whole time.
And I love how I love that joyful. We're gonna rob a candy store.
Huey, that's surprising coming from Huey of all people.
It was Dewey.
Yeah, it was Dewey.
Wait, I thought Huey was the one who said like candy store, but never mind.
It's hard to keep track of them when they're in costume, honestly.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Webby in this episode though?
Yeah. Webby was like some kind of.
I like the fact that Webby like goes back to like ancient like All Hallows Eve traditions. That's
very
cool.
Webby.
It kind of like
Webby, yes.
Kind of like going in front of the fact that she probably hasn't experienced an actual Halloween before.
Right.
Well, speaking of which, I wonder what Lena and Violet would dress up as.
You know what? It's interesting that you mentioned Lena because I feel like it's kind of interesting that she wasn't in this episode. I feel like this would have been one of the episodes to actually include her.
The episode
works without her, but it's a good question.
It's kind of already crowded enough as it is.
Oh, I agree. I think it works without her for sure. It's just kind of like.
In all honesty, it would have worked if they would have swapped someone else out, but the way it is, she would have just been there. But the way
I don't really think anyone could really be swapped out because like Huey and Louie have their arc with each other. Dewey has the 24-hour candy store thing,
which needs to be a real thing in real life.
Yeah.
I advocate for that in real life for real.
Isn't 7-Eleven kind of a 24-hour candy store? Kind of.
Well, it's more of a convenience store, but they can kind of flex.
You can get candy there. They have a pretty robust candy section at most 7-Elevens.
I'm trying to remember if Times Square candy stores are open 24 hours. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Like M&M's World, Hershey's. Maybe not.
All right. So I think we've pretty much run the gauntlet on things to talk about.
Yeah, but like I said, of course, Scrooge charges admission to his own house for trick or treat.
Of course.
Just like the Disney parks.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Oh, those trick-or-treat trails did not impress me from a crowd control point of view. Oh, man.
Yeah. That's
I went into Toontown and I was like, what fresh hell is this?
What was it? Apparently we missed out on... Apparently the Golden Horseshoe one was kind of neat, like they had skeletons at tables or something.
You know what? My grandma and I went into the Golden Horseshoe one while you were watching the fireworks on our way to Indiana Jones, and it was nothing special, honestly.
Okay.
I don't think you missed much. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, memories of when we could actually go to theme parks together.
Yeah, thank God I did the Oogie Bash when I could.
I know, right? Okay, any final thoughts, guys?
No, but I think we pretty much run the gauntlet. It was like this is definitely the show firing on all cylinders once again.
Totally.
Yeah.
Don't really think much more needs to be said.
I mean, definitely the best episode of the return from hiatus so
Post
far.
hiatus.
So far, there's only been like 3?
3.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know it's a narrow superlative, but still.
Yeah.
I think we all know what the best episode is gonna be at the end of this, though.
The Darkwing episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, considering it's an hour long, that gives them more time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that's about it, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we will see you next week for the next episode. Have a good night, everyone. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Honey, what you waiting for? 24-hour candy store.